Welcome back to Locker Room Dads, hosted by myself, Pat O'Donnell, and Josh Brinzo. Today's guest on the show is our first non-athlete, but for a good reason. He is a 9-year Army vet who transitioned to being a stand-up comedian, but most importantly, he is one hell of a dad. Welcome to the show, Josh Firestine.
Hey, thanks, guys. I love that intro. I've never been introed as a non-athlete before. Yeah.
I mean, you could be an athlete. I don't know if you
are
are.
on stage like that. No, I'm not. It's no one's been very specific about it before, and I love it.
Oh, man.
Well, serving in the military, you're probably a little more better shape than most people at some point in your life. So,
I was about 80 pounds ago, but
what's going on, man?
I was in the Army, and I got out and just never running again. Not much. I just got back off the road, actually. So I'm glad to be home with my kids and enjoying that time. I was on the road for like 2 weeks.
Oof.
And just glad to be back. Just glad to not be on the, hotels. You guys know.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, you got the life of an athlete on the road, Absolutely. Just traveling, going to different cities.
Yeah.
And, man, I can only imagine just like the different cities, different sets, different people. I'm sure there's like different flow to it too. There's probably like super tight people like in different areas of the world. And there's super like, I don't know, free flowing, happy people
definitely.
who like laugh at anything.
Yeah, you can't tell the same jokes in the Bible Belt that you can tell in LA.
I could see that.
It's a little different.
Well, how did you get into comedy in the first place?
I always wanted to do it, and just as a kid, I always wanted to do it. And then I was deployed to Afghanistan, and just kind of made a pact with a friend that we were going to do it when we get back. It's like one of those things, like karaoke type of deal, or skydiving. Like, hey, we want to do this. We want to try this. And then I did it, and the boys came out. We had fun. We got a little sauce, and and I thought it went way better than it did, and I decided to do it again and again and again. And it's like drugs; it never stopped. So here I am.
Not bad.
I could see that. It's probably a rush going on stage where like you don't really know the audience, and you're just like, well, here it goes. I'm gonna let it all hang out here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like doing. I mean, I've never played in the NFL, but I can probably assume like going out into a theater, trying to get your first joke to land in front of 2,000 people is a lot similar to trying to.
It's probably harder, to be honest with you. It's probably a lot harder.
I think it would be harder because
hell yeah, it's a lot harder.
Guess what? You're going to a football stadium. Well, they're there to see you play football. They kind of know the drill. You're going on to a comedy set. You got to make a good impression right off the bat, and you got to like feel the waters, see what's landing.
Oh man, have you had anything crazy?
Oh, people gotta like your.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say people they have to like your personality too. Like, how hard would that be as a football player if you had to be good at football and also like super likable to everyone in the stadium? That would be so hard.
So hard. I mean, I was gonna ask you, what's like the craziest thing that's happened on stage? Have you had anything crazy where either someone like ran up there or like tried to tackle you, or like was this one guy in the audience that just wouldn't like stop heckling you, and you just like were like, dude, shut the
Well, the craziest thing wasn't violent. There was a violent thing once where this guy just wouldn't stop talking to his. He had these two girls on his arms, these ladies, and they looked like, I don't want to be rude, but they looked like older escorts. And he's got them on his arms, and he's a pretty stocky, buff dude, and he's just talking and talking. And finally, I go, hey man, why don't you just leave? You obviously don't want to be here. He's like, we want to be here. I'm like, no, you're talking. Everyone's trying to listen. You guys don't want to just go. Money back, whatever. Just leave. And he gets all mad, starts arguing. And the one lady this is probably like a year and a half ago, by the way. And this one lady, she goes, our friend just died of COVID. And I was like, whoa. Man. I'm sorry about your friend, but maybe you should be mourning right now instead of being here at the show talking.
Jesus.
And then they left. By the way, I 100% think she was lying. There's no way she was telling the truth. And so they get kicked out and they're leaving. And as they're leaving, the guy yells back out the door. He goes, I'm a millionaire. And I was like, I don't even know what that like.
Oh, okay. Come back in.
Yeah, sorry. Come on, man.
This is a room full of poor people that you just made angry. You probably shouldn't yell that you're a millionaire as you walk to your car.
Tides are about to turn even more.
But the craziest thing that I think that ever happened on stage was I was in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and this lady, her jacket and her hair caught on fire from the candle on the table, just right in the middle of the room, just right up in flames.
Your set was that good.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, I was like, wow, we're straight fire on these jokes, and then it was like her daughter's 50th birthday. That's how old this lady was. Her daughter was celebrating her 50th birthday, and then she became like the center of attention the whole show.
Well, yeah, hard not
so
to.
It was really annoying because I wanted to be rude, I wanted to be mean, like, hey, shut up. But also, her mom just caught on fire. I don't know if I have any leeway here.
So did you just stop your set, or did you
Yeah.
you had to stop? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just stopped and I was like, are you on fire? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, that's not funny. Someone should throw a vodka or maybe a water on you. Maybe not alcohol. We should throw water on you. And then she had like it was an old Hornets jacket. Remember those old Charlotte Hornets? And it was like, she'd had it from back then. And I was like, she burned a hole in her jacket. I was like, can I have that jacket? And she's like, no way I'm giving this jacket to anybody. And I was like, I was pretty disappointed.
She's going to frame that. It's going to be like in the office somewhere.
Well, maybe.
So is it safe to say that was one of your favorite sets you've ever done? Like, how...
Oh, yeah. I couldn't bomb after that. I couldn't. And I was working with opening for Jay Moore at the time. And so that was just really cool to be able to show like that ability to deal with something and kind of improv it. Because that's what he was. He was an improviser on SNL and all that stuff. And so I felt really cool to do that, and then he had some fun with her when he got up there and stuff, so that was cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I was going to transition into baseball because I know you're a huge baseball guy, right? Padres. I mean, you got the hat on.
Oh yeah.
You got Josh here.
Yeah.
Happy opening week.
Yes, thank you. You too. How do you so you're a Cleveland Guardians fan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this year I am.
Yeah, we've made the transition.
How do you feel about that? Is that a thing? Does that bother you? Or is it...
I mean, I've been a Cleveland fan my whole life, so I find myself like I'm trying to tell my wife like yesterday for the game, like, hey, I got to put the Indians on. Oh, I mean Guardians. One of those that ends like that. I don't know.
And then when you're saying that, it sounds like you're correcting yourself politically, right? You're like, oh, sorry, they're not.
Yeah, I got censored. So yeah, I mean, I'll take it. Whatever. I'm more mad about the front office and how bad they are. So and ownership, but. Yeah.
Do you know what I think is hilarious, dude? That before they changed the name from Indians to Guardians, it was called the Indians, and then you guys have that logo, Chief Wahoo, right? And the Indians played at a stadium called Progressive Field.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? That they're like, welcome to Progressive Field, and then that logo smiling at you from ear to ear, like he's okay with how everything went down. Like, I don't know.
It sounds like a set, man. Wild to me. This is probably like your next set on that. You go to Cleveland. You're like, Cleveland, how are you? You dive right into that one.
Hey.
But what caused you to be a Padres fan? Were you?
I grew up in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up there. I got to watch the late great Tony Gwynn play every single day on TV, and I got to go see him in person quite a bit. And it's a big part of my life. I played ball all the way up until. Played junior college 1 year, 1 semester at Arizona Western, and then called it quits and joined the Army. But just love baseball, man. Padres baseball is, I mean, I'm sure it's comparable to other teams, but just that breezy air, and that sunshine, it's just great.
A little bit better to watch a game probably there.
Crack of the bat.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have a beach in left center. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. When I was a kid, we would go play in the sand.
They like legitimately have a beach in their park. It's sick.
That's awesome. That's like Jacksonville Jaguars and they have a pool.
Yeah.
At the upper deck. Like, geez.
Yeah, so do the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
The Diamondbacks have a pool too. Oh, I wish I could. I've always dreamed of being in
How sick would that be? Especially if you get a home run out there.
Catching a home run. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you dive in like a kid. Like, and then you have the basketball and you dunk that as you're doing it, You got your kid in your hand and you're just diving into the pool.
Doing it all.
Don't worry, he has floaties on.
Yeah,
fine.
It's for the gram.
100%.
Yeah.
Dude, so walk us through what the Army was like. My cousin's in the Navy, so I get a little stories with him, but I want to hear this firsthand, what the Army was like.
Oh, it's cool. I joined when I was 17.
Okay.
I had to get a permission slip from my mom, and she wouldn't let me be infantry. I wanted to be an infantryman, and she said, if you want to be an infantryman, you have to wait till you're 18. And so I said, okay. And I talked to the recruiter, and he said, well, here's what we do. Well, how about we give you a job where you like fix night vision goggles or something, but you're an Army Ranger also. And I was like, what is an Army Ranger? And then he showed me videos of these guys dropping out of helicopters and shooting all kinds of cool guns and night vision goggles and stuff. And I was like, that's sick. Sign me up. Let's do it. And he's like, yeah, as soon as you get your Ranger tab and graduate Ranger school, you can just become an infantryman. And I was like, all right, cool. And he was 100% right. I did all those things, became a Ranger, switched to infantry, and take that, mom, you know? But by that time I was 18. So, but yeah, so I went to basic training, then airborne school. That was a 3-week deal. That was kind of cool. Airborne school was cool because I went during the summertime, and during the summertime, the universities that have the cadets, what's it called? ROTC, like that group, they come and they get to do schools during the summertime. So they sent a bunch of ROTC guys and gals to airborne school, and we got to have some fun with them. And later on in my career, I ended up working with some of them, and that was wild. That's like a cool small community type of thing. You see somebody like, oh, I thought I know you, right? We partied in Columbus, Georgia. Right? Okay. But yeah, so airborne school, then it was Ranger indoctrination program, and that was tough. They designed the school to make you quit. It's like 30% graduation rate. The first day it was August. They brought us back. They made us run 1.5 miles to the compound where the Rangers are, and they put us out on this blacktop, and they put us in the push-up position, hands on the blacktop, in August, beaten hot. Damn. And they said, we are going to keep you here until at least 10 people quit.
Wow.
And they did. And it was awful.
That
I wanted to quit so bad. And then every day was like that for the next 4 weeks. And then you graduate and you become a Ranger, and then it's time to get to work. And that was fun.
So you went over to Afghanistan, right? Fun. Listen to one of your sets, and you three times.
That's awesome.
Yeah, wow. 3 times.
That's insane.
I spent 21 months in Afghanistan in total. So I actually qualify for a mortgage over there now. So that's nice.
Man.
You got to take it up.
Yeah.
What were rates like over there? No.
Oh, it's they're great rates. It's 1.2, but you have to have a Taliban living in your house. So at least one per house. It's a rule.
The quartering laws.
Yeah. Yeah, but he acts like a butler though. It's a butler situation, so it's nice. It's nice. Your wife has to cover up, but it's the thing. But it's still nice.
Well, on that note, let's transition to dadhood, man. So you're a dad to Isaac, right?
Yes. I have a newborn.
Newborn?
Yeah, I have a newborn.
And
I also have a 7-year-old daughter.
Okay,
too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did my research well enough then. I was stalking the Instagram, and I saw Isaac, and I was like, nice, boy dad, this is going to be awesome. But now, hey, girl dad, we talk about that too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, good thing my daughter doesn't have Instagram because she would be so sad to see I don't post pictures of her recently. But yeah,
didn't tag me, Dad.
Very happy to have a boy. Very excited. I'm excited to do stuff like baseball. Like my daughter isn't really interested in baseball. She's like soccer, gymnastics. So it's like, I want to play baseball. That's a sport I'm good at. I was never good at football. I was like 3rd string fullback, and I didn't even know what that meant when I played. So I'm just excited to do that.
I could see that little fullback action.
Yeah.
I'll have it get you up in the Green Bay Packers, man. Get you in uniform.
Yeah, dude, I can do the 3-point stand still. Dude, I can get down. I can
coming to OTAs.
Yeah. Who's this guy? He's a new recruit.
I'll do Oklahoma drills. I don't care.
But walk us through like the experience in the hospital. First time dad. Were you just in utter shock, or were you like, you know what, this is easy. I got this. I got it all planned out in my head? Because I'm sure you had people from every which way. Like, dude, listen, like going in the hospital for your first time, like expect this, but you really don't know until you're actually in it, right?
Yeah, and everyone has a different story too. I found there's like similarities and there's so many differences. My wife had the baby at a military hospital, and I was kind of worried about it because I was like, I don't know, like sometimes people are military doctors because they don't want to have malpractice insurance. And I'm like, I don't know if this is safe. I'm kind of worried about it. And then we get there, and it was kind of nice. Everyone was pretty nice. And then it was time to deliver the baby, and the guy came in, and he looked 20. Maybe he looked maybe 19, 20. He had to be 25. I mean, obviously, but he looked so young, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna deliver the baby. And I was like, no, you're not. Somebody else is definitely delivering my baby, right? He's like, no, it's me. And I was like, well, maybe I should do it then because I don't think you're qualified.
He starts scrubbing in, put on.
And I got really I was worried. I was so worried. Like, this guy can't even deliver a Post-it note, let alone a baby, probably. So I don't trust it. But it went well. It went well, and it was cool. We did have to, like, this was the funniest thing about having the baby at the hospital, at the military hospitals, that they make you do a training video. I know you mentioned something earlier about a training video.
Oh yeah.
But they give you, like, they made us bring in our car seat and inspect it. And then they had to, like, go with us and watch us buckle it in the car to make sure we know how to do it. And I'm like, yeah, I know how seatbelts work. Jesus, and they make us watch a 20-minute video, which mostly was don't shake the baby. That was most of the video. And I was
100%.
pretty disappointed to find out you can't do that. I thought that was why you did it. And no, of course not. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows don't shake the baby, right? Like, that should be, but I guess some people don't. They have enough cases, but.
Jeez. So when your wife was in the hospital when she was pregnant, was she, like, craving anything at the time? Were you like, dude, she needs to have this? For any new dads out there, you're like, hey, make sure she gets what she wants. You know what I mean? Because that's a pretty crucial time where things are about to go down. Like, you got to make them as comfortable as possible.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's weird because it makes her sick now. But avocados. She was just avocado only. She wanted no toast, just the avocado, please. No guacamole.
Wow. Diet.
Yeah. But now it makes her sick. It's really weird.
That's crazy. That's
How
insane.
about you guys? Any cravings for your gals?
Yeah, my wife, it was pickles. Like an abnormal amount of pickles, though. Like, every meal. It's kind of strange.
Really?
And, like, we're going through it again. Pickles again.
Really?
Pickles.
Okay.
Dude.
I don't know why.
That was, like, the first sign for us was the pickles.
Yeah.
Like, I was at Publix or grocery store, and I go through the line and express checkout. I have pickles and a pregnancy test. And the dude looked at me, and I'm like, yes, it's happening. But yeah, we were going through, like, that sourdough thing, man. Because you remember, like, lockdown 2020? We have a coronial, right? So we just had a baby about a year and 4 months.
Coronial. I haven't heard that yet. That's great.
Yeah, dude. Coronial, man. So we were doing the whole sourdough thing, and now she can't, like, stand sourdough. Like, she can't even look at it. She can't. She's like, nope, can't have it.
Can't smell it.
But yeah, nothing.
You guys are
Want
making
no
your own
part
sourdough?
of it. You know, everyone was like doomsday preppers, like making their own sourdough. And like...
Nobody was learning how to skin a fish, but they were learning how to make sourdough.
Yeah. The least important.
Gonna need that. Yeah.
Your kitchen knowledge.
All right, we're all set. I've got the sourdough.
But did you always know that you wanted to be a father, or were you like, hey, if it happens one day, it happens?
No, I actually didn't want to be a father. I had no desire to have kids at all, and my wife just really wanted them, and I didn't want to lose my wife, and so I said, we'll do it. And now, I love it. It's the best. Had a second one. It's great.
Yeah, I guess for all those dads out there that were in your situation, like, what advice would you give them? I mean,
there's a lot.
Yeah, because not every dad wants to be a dad. Like, sometimes it happens, like, on accident, or sometimes it just happens like, man, I thought, like, maybe when I was like 50, I'll have a kid or something like that. Right, not like in my like 20s or 30s, but yeah, I didn't know if you had any advice for him.
I would say you gotta really know what you want in the future. You gotta weigh your options, because life's about sacrifice no matter what. We all make sacrifices, and it's just a matter of compromise and what it's worth. And to me, compromising, not wanting to be a dad, was worth staying with my wife. And then I had the kids and just absolutely loved it. And I would say that to other people, don't worry, you'll love it, but maybe not. Maybe you'll hate it. I don't know. I've met some of these kids out there, and I get it. I get it. I got some good kids. Luckily, I got lucky, but some people, it's just not built for some people, and you got to recognize that. I think
That's
I
true.
knew though that there's like a part of me that I knew I didn't want to be a dad, but I knew I could do it just from being in the army and being a sergeant. And I really had to be some guy's daddy out there. Like they didn't
Yeah.
have dads growing up, and they didn't have anybody teach them how to be a man. And here I am, 21 years old, teaching a 18-year-old kid how to be a man. It's weird. It's a weird environment to be in, but it does, it does get you ready for being a dad. So it's kind of cool.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah, mentoring someone,
100%.
getting
I
someone
did teach
ready.
a guy how to write cursive once. He didn't know how to write cursive, and it's not a big deal to know
Wow.
how to write cursive, but
Yeah.
he couldn't sign his name. He was signing his name on a document we had, and he just wrote "use." And I was like, "Dude, you got to learn how to make your mark as a man, like." And he's like, "Well, I don't know how to write cursive, and I don't want to tell anybody." So I got him some of those like children's books with the little you can
Yeah.
trace it,
Oh yeah.
and then he learned how to write cursive, and now he can sign his name. And that's a weird thing. I think it's better to practice on grown men than on children, because then you have the patience of dealing with a grown man. You can deal with it.
Yeah, it's true.
that
They're a
child.
little more like, I kind of understand what's going on here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But have you had any crazy experiences like as a father? Maybe like awesome moments, or maybe like an oh shit moment where like you're changing them on the changing
Yeah.
table, almost fall over, like walking up the stairs, almost falling backwards. Like
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. I did drop my daughter down the stairs once, but it doesn't. It sounds worse than it is. I was on the second stair, and she was walking with me, and she tripped and fell down 2 stairs and hit her head. And we were so worried about it. She was about 1.5 or 2. We took her to the hospital, and that was the last time I'll take my kid to the hospital over a minor injury, because the only thing they wanted to do was accuse me of beating up my child. The entire time
no.
they separated me and my wife into different rooms. They interrogated us. It was a whole thing. I
Oh my
couldn't believe
God.
it. I was like, I just want to know how my daughter's doing. She fell down 2 stairs. She has a bump on her head. Like, we didn't kick her or anything. Can you? That was weird. And so I was like, unless it's like a major injury, I'm not taking her to the hospital.
So
So
no
she has 2
stitches. We could
broken
do that
legs
at home.
right now. Yeah,
Yeah, I
she has
mean,
a
you
broken
didn't let
leg
her
right
go
now.
12 rounds.
But
She was in boxing Tyson or something, like she took a tumble. Come on.
yeah, we were taking bets in the backyard, Kimbo Slice style, and
Yeah, come on.
I had this experience yesterday. I actually had to like talk with Josh about this, where your kid actually walks in on you for like the first time, like using the bathroom, like taking a pee, like whatever it is. It's an experience like within itself. I'm like, what do I do? Do I like stop midstream? Do I push her out? Is it like,
Don't turn.
Is it too late? Like,
well, I think it's different if it's a girl and a boy, right? If it's a girl
Yeah.
walking in, you're like, how do I explain it? If it's a boy walking in, you're peeing, you go, this is how it's done, son. Take a good look.
Yeah.
we
Why
can
don't you
skip
take a
everything, go right to
video?
potty train.
Yeah. Yeah. This is how you do it. This is the technique, all right? But
Yeah, Pat and I both have daughters, so that's that's kind of where it caught us, because it happened to me as well. And like my daughter Billy is like walking towards me with her hand out, and
Trying
I was
to
like,
touch the stream.
and I'm like, yep, nope, get out of here. I'm like, Aaliyah, come get Billy. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm like shouting for help.
Not today.
No,
not today.
That's like
That's never happened.
It's an awkward moment.
It is, but I don't know what. Yeah, it's never happened.
No, not with my daughter.
No,
not with my daughter. No, and she's almost 8. One time, not the same, but one time she did. I did catch her playing with the bidet. She was in there just kind of playing with it, and the bidet was just spraying water all over the bathroom.
Drinking out of it like a faucet. Like
I hope not. Maybe. Well, I didn't see it all.
Yeah, I hope not.
So you got a boy and a girl. What's it like having both? Is it nice? Is it refreshing because they both have different interests? Or you like, I do a boy is just so much easier. I know he's young, but having a girl is different, right? From everything.
It is different.
Yeah, from Jump Street.
And I'm glad that we had the girl first, because I've heard from a lot of people that boys can be easier in a lot of different ways. And so I'm glad we had the girl first. But yeah, it's cool that they're different. And you can already see a little bit of the personality coming out in the newborn. and how he's a little different, and some of the things how he's the same. He laughs the same way she did, and he looks like she did when she was a baby, and so that's really cute. I'm excited for him to get older though, and to really you don't really see those differences until like 2, I think. But
Okay.
But yeah,
we're almost there then. Yeah, about a year and a half.
Yeah.
5 months. So being in the hospital, I want to ask you this because you went through it with your son. Do you talk to the doctor? Do you talk to your wife about like circumcision? Does it happen right then and there? Is it like
it does? We're so dumb. We didn't talk about it until that moment. We never thought about talking about it. And then the doctor was like, "How about a circumcision?" And I was like, "Oh, like right now?"
like a little
And then
snip,
And I was like, "No, I'm already circumcised. Thank you. I've had enough." No. Yes, please.
Yeah,
I'll take a double shot. Thank you.
when he's done.
If you can make it shorter, I'd appreciate that. No, they asked us and they were like, it's like an appointment you got to make for a week from now or whatever. And I was like,
Gotcha.
yeah, a week sounds like a lot. Let's just not do it. No, I didn't want to do it. We didn't want to do it. It doesn't make sense. I'm not a doctor, but I don't think there's any other reason besides keeping it clean or whatever.
Right.
So we didn't do it.
Gotcha. I always wondered how that worked. I mean, with a girl, it's very straightforward. You're like, okay, this is how you clean them, so you wipe them, take them out, safety video. Boy, It's like there's a lot of stuff with it. It is circumcision,
The diapers are harder for sure. The diapers, I don't want to get
Cold
too
air.
graphic, but trying to clean all the cracks and then our I don't know how clean this podcast is, but we got a sack down there, and it's a wrinkly thing, and it can be hard to clean sometimes.
And get the power washer out.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times where you're out there down there trying to clean it, and then he just starts peeing. I'm like, if I had just got it done faster. He's just peeing all over himself and all over me. Goodness. That's the thing about a boy is a girl didn't do that. The girls, if they pee while they're on the changing table, it just kind of comes out. But with a boy, it's watch out.
It's like time crisis, right?
Yeah.
You get in, you're like, I got 20 seconds, like max.
Cover that. Yeah, I feel like I'm in the hurt locker, just like, oh, jeez, cut the red wire.
Gonna diffuse this thing quick.
Oh man,
that's like the circumcision thing. That's like something my wife and I have talked about it if we had a boy, but I never understood how the actual process happened, like in the hospital, because like Pat said, the girl. They're just like, yep, looks good, all there. And then obviously there's more questions with the boy. Never thought about that.
Absolutely.
There's different ways. I think when I was a kid, they just did it like on site. Like it was like hey, while we're in there, do you want us to just slice him up? And then there's also like the traditional Jewish circumcision, the bris. I don't know if you know what a bris is, but the rabbi does it and then he sucks the blood out or something. It's weird. I don't get it, but it's a whole thing.
Sucks the blood out? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. They put I don't want to. Yeah, they put their mouth on it and they suck the blood out of it or whatever. It's like a weird rabbi vampire thing. I'm not sure exactly.
Okay.
For me. And then your family's there to celebrate. It's weird. I don't know. It's a weird religion.
Yeah, I mean, the more that you dive into this, you're like, you know what? We're gonna keep everything as is.
Just can't avoid the confusion here.
Yeah.
So your daughter Maddie, right? She's into sports right now.
She's into soccer, and we're gonna get her into gymnastics. She really wants to do gymnastics, but I don't. She doesn't have it. I don't think she has like the dedication for it. The individual discipline. Because soccer, you run around, you have a good time, you have fun, got it. But like gymnastics takes individual discipline. You have to really hold yourself accountable and really compete with yourself. And she's kind of like I give up. I'd rather do something else.
What was it on Netflix? Was it A for Athlete? That crazy Netflix when they were.
I think so. I don't know.
You didn't see that when they were going like deep, like in Texas.
Sure
there's like they drop out of like middle school, high school, and they like solely dedicate all their time to like gymnastics, and they try to make the Olympic team. And gymnastics is insane.
It's all about failure. Like your good moment happens when you're at an event, and like all your practices are about you failing, basically.
Really? Like
That's
you go to failure?
Yeah. That's what I was failing to say, too, by the way, is that she's not good at taking failure. So if she's not,
that's hard for a kid.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And that's where good parenting comes in. Like the difference between a good parent and a bad parent is the difference between a kid being able to develop, an ability to deal with adversity or not the ability to deal with it.
Yep.
So it's hard, but you got to do your best and be conscious of it.
Yeah.
So when she's out there on the soccer field, are you like the dad, just like quiet to himself? You like clapping, encouraging, like handing out orange peels? Are you like cracking jokes like at the referees, like the poor dad that's like volunteering his time and he's like, come on, ref?
No, I wish I do give the vibe that I would be that guy, but I'm really not. I wish I was that guy because it'd be kind of funny, but I'm more of the guy just kind of stays on the bench and just clap, and I'll go, "Yay, Maddie," or whatever, and every once in a while, maybe I'll turn to the guy next to me and be like, "Oh, that kid sucks, huh?" And then he's like, "That's my daughter," and I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, who got her on the team? You must know someone.
I can't wait for those days. Just going to the soccer field. She's young right now, but I'm really looking forward to those days where they're, what do you call that? They just hover and flock around the ball. There's no positions. Like it's just like net ball. Like the ball's like,
there's like six kids at the. It's like it looks like rugby. It's like there's six, like they're in a scrum over the ball, and then there's like one kid picking flowers over off to the side,
and then you have the one kid whose dad is like coaching them, trying to be like the next Messi.
That's right,
and they're going the wrong way.
But that's what's so great about it. That's so great about it. I can't wait for that.
He's shooting on the wrong goal, but dad's losing it.
Extra drills for you after practice. He's a dad like, son, you got to get off the field. Like there's another game going on. Like, no, they're gonna get this right until I can go home.
That's what I can't wait for baseball for. I can't wait to be that dad who's coaching my son, and he's terrible, but he's the starting pitcher, and
that's right. Better believe it.
Yeah, we're down 8-0 in the second, but the kids are having fun. They're having a good time.
That's right.
They're having a great time.
Boy, will he learn.
We've only walked 10 in a row, but we're sticking to him.
Talk about adversity. Yeah, he'll learn adversity.
My son set a record. He walked in a row.
Yeah, did your son set a record? I don't think so.
You've probably been through this with the vacations with the family. I didn't know if you had any awesome vacation ideas for dads out there. You're like, I don't know what to do with the family. I don't want to put too much effort into it. Because we've heard mixed reviews. Like Josh is a huge Disney guy. Like through and through, he just like random weekends. Like, I'm going to Disney. I'm like, your daughter's like a year and a half. Like she doesn't know what's going on. Or I didn't know if you were like, hey, dude, we went to like Malibu. Like, and we just crushed. Like we were surfing. Maddie was like on the board. Like I didn't know if there was any cool vacations that you guys went through.
Honestly, I know I'm from there originally, but some bias. But San Diego is such a good place for families to go on vacation. Disney's great. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. And in San Diego, you have Legoland. You got SeaWorld. You got the San Diego Zoo, which is one of the best zoos in the world. The Wild Animal Park. All the beaches, all the food. Lots of places are family friendly. There's a baseball stadium. It's just there's so many things to do for families in San Diego, and that's why I love going back. We went back in September for our 10-year anniversary, and that was really nice.
Because you guys are based in Washington right now?
Yeah, I live in Tacoma, which is just south of Seattle, like 30, 40 minutes. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of rain, huh?
Yeah, it's been it's clear today, which I have I'm headlining a comedy club in Seattle tonight and tomorrow. And when it's sunny in Seattle, people they don't go anywhere except for outside. And so I'm like, I wish it would rain so I could sell tickets tonight. But we'll see how it goes. I see some clouds rolling in, but it's been really nice. And summers here in Seattle actually are the best I've ever seen in the world. And I've been all over the world, and this is the best summer in the world here.
Really?
I believe it. Oh yeah. I wish there was a beach, but it's so beautiful. The weather's perfect. It's like 85 to 90 max. No rain, nice breeze. It's great.
Maybe that's where I need to go, Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, well, maybe
not
Seattle.
As
hot. Tacoma stinks. It's not stinks like this, but like it literally stinks. It's got this like sewage in the river or whatever. It's not a great smell in the summer. But...
Okay, maybe not for the family vacation.
Bill's character.
All right.
yeah. I'm exaggerating, but no, Seattle's great.
So talking about the kids and like shows and Disney and things, do you guys have like a certain show or movie that you guys absolutely wear out in the household? You're like, like Encanto, Josh is like a huge Encanto family. And I'm like, dude, how many times are you going to watch that movie?
Too many.
Like, over and over and over again. What do you guys like absolutely destroy in that house?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
All right.
Really? Yes.
Yeah, SpongeBob SquarePants is the one in our house, and my daughter's a goofball. She's such a goofball, and it's perfect because that's her personality and stuff. But, yeah, that one, and then we watched Moana way too many times. I'll say that.
Oh
too.
Yeah, we're on that one right now.
Moana. I know all the songs, man. I know all.
Listen, who knew The Rock would be that good at singing?
Oh, he killed that.
Somebody trained him, and he did well. I loved it.
Dude, he's good. He's also all over the place now.
Yeah. He's a Miami guy.
Yes, sir.
Ooh,
talented. The Rock.
Oh, right, The Rock. Sorry.
Dwayne Johnson.
I would vote for The Rock for president. I would.
You know what? At this point, we're probably not going to lose out on anything, so why not?
Yeah, I say go for it.
It can't get worse.
Yeah, we've had some wild ones in the last 20 years. It's been a wild ride, and I say we just take it to the WWE. We see what the country's got cooking.
Summer SmackDown.
Yes,
that's the State of the Union.
Yes.
We can make that happen for sure.
Coming off the ropes. The people's elbow coming out.
Raw inauguration ceremony. It'd be great.
It's like if you've seen Idiocracy, President Camacho.
Yeah.
I love it.
I would love that. Let's make it happen.
So tonight, we got a show tonight.
Yes.
So walk us through. Yeah. What's the venue?
It's a Club Comedy Seattle. It's a little comedy club in Capitol Hill, close to the Chaz. Remember that? It's over there, and it's a small little place, and it's gonna be cool. It's people in Seattle are very progressive, and sometimes they can be a little offended by jokes, but it should be good. I'm telling myself that it'll be good.
Does the family ever come out and they support, or are they just like, we stay really far away from that?
Yeah, well, sometimes my wife's not really a fan of stand-up, which is great. I love it. I love that. I have friends that their wives or their girlfriends are always at shows, and it's like you never have a chance to hang out and just chill. This one lady, she brings her husband everywhere too, and that's also it's like you don't ever have a chance to get away and do your own thing and concentrate, and it's nice. It's nice, but she comes out every once in a while and to the big shows, or if there's a headliner or somebody else I'm working with that she likes. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I always wondered that because I'm looking at my wife and I'm like, if I bombed, or like she would just start being like, you shut the fuck up. Like, that's my husband. You know what I mean? Like,
she's the one fighting.
Yeah. People. Someone's heckling you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you try to get up there. You try it. Oh, that was my question. But dude, we wish you nothing but the best, man. I can't wait.
Tell everyone where to hear you too, because we want everyone to check you out as well.
Thanks. I'm Josh _Firestine on Instagram and Twitter, and I have an album called Needless to Say that debuted #1 on iTunes. It's okay. It's not great, but if you can listen to that on Spotify for free, or it's also on iTunes. And if you hate it, just mute it and let it play. And then in 2024, they'll give me like 10 cents. So please,
yes,
please do that. And then I also have a podcast called the Roastbusters Podcast with me and my good pal Narn Van, and that is we say a lot of bad words and we say a lot of things. So if you're not into that, don't listen. But
that's great.
Listen, we have a fun time. So
no, we'll definitely be supporting you.
Yeah, and we'll plug that on our own pages for you.
100%.
All right,
Josh,
thanks,
we
fellas.
appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for joining us on Locker Room Dads.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We'll talk to you soon, buddy. Appreciate it. Locker Room Dads is powered by Mantra Labs, After my buddy Nick Foles, Super Bowl MVP, recommended this amazing new nutrition line to me, as a professional athlete, I had to listen to hear what he had to say. So let me tell you, Mantra Labs is an absolute game changer. For all you dads out there looking to have more energy, better hydration, and better sleep, look no further. Mantra Labs is the stop for you. So we've actually partnered with them, and they provide 25% off everything on their site. So go visit them at gomantralabs.com. Enter Locker Room Dads with no space for 25% checkout.